on today's episode of Total Recall with Jasper and Friends.
How do they have the money to rent this place in Paris?
Not important.
Chase? No.
We have other things.
No.
Okay.
We start with these questions, we'll have nowhere to go.
They mentioned that there are a bunch of explosives in the river. Do you remember this?
No, you're 100% correct. Chase almost spit taped there. It was really good.
She's not.
Boom!
Boom. Chomp.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
Chomp. And that's when...
So bonjour, mesdames and messieurs. You are here to enjoy the cinema of Under Paris.
Welcome back to Total Recall with Jasper and Friends. Today, my friends are none other than Lindsey and Chase.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello. Now, this is what I really want to talk about. We are recording this in August, a few weeks before your wedding, but this will come out after your wedding.
Yeah.
So I want to get on the record from both of you predictions for your wedding. Like, how one thing you think is going to happen, one thing like you think is going to go well. Like, what do you think is going to go on at your wedding?
Ooh. Somebody's definitely gonna fall over on the dance floor. Like,
Do you want to name names or?
I honestly, there are too many names that could. So
Too many
I
people
feel
come to
like,
mind. That's a safe bet.
yeah, but I think at least one. if
So
not two.
one fall. Okay.
One fall.
Anything from you, Lindsey?
Oh, man. I don't know. I think I'm in that mode right now where I'm trying not to think about it too much because I just stress.
Well,
But
I
I'm having,
apologize
like-
for bringing it up.
I'm having dreams that it's like pouring rain and my dress is coated in mud these days. I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but that's top of mind.
I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Is there going to be mud like around?
It is an outdoor wedding, so it'll
Okay.
be in the grass.
Oh,
So it's a possibility.
I'm going to go on record here predicting no rain.
No, right.
It's going to be sunny.
All right, we'll
and
see.
I said it on the
Circle back.
Jasper's a
microphone.
meteorologist, I think.
I'm knocking on some wood. I don't have
Good
it.
vibes.
But we're here today to not talk about your wedding, to talk about the film Under Paris. But the two are kind of linked because the day we watched this was also the day I went and saw Chase get his suit fitted, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
So-
connection there.
Yeah. It's all kind of happening in the same time, which was honestly, I was honored to be there. It was adorable, and you looked fantastic.
Well, you got to try on a suit too, and you looked
Yeah,
fantastic.
you looked great
so.
too.
Okay, this is not about me. It's about you guys. But Chase looked good. Everyone said so. And then we sent a picture of your mom, and and she said it was great. So it's gonna be cool
She was
a good
she
day.
was impressed with the suit, so
with the suit.
which is good. Got the mom approval.
It was the first time I'd gone to like a fancy suit place where they like really like tailor you and like send you in with a bunch of different options and
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, this is pretty high end. This is
Yeah.
cool.
We didn't get the boxed water. Last time we went, they gave us boxed water.
Oh, that's the
and I
fancy
feel like
stuff.
boxed water is like, it's the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like environmentally conscious.
Although, I don't think I liked boxed water. Do you like boxed water, Lindsay?
There's something about the texture of the cardboard and
This
your
is my thing,
mouth that's
too.
a little weird.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely 100% right.
know,
It is
not
the
sure.
texture in the mouth. Okay. So we just talked about a bunch of random stuff, and now I'm going to talk about even more random stuff about the film Under Paris, which we watched a month ago when Chase got his suit, which you can tell because the suit's now going to be worn in like a couple days, so obviously we did it a long time ago. But Under Paris is a 2024 action horror disaster film starring, and this is going to be tricky because they're all French actors and actresses, Bérénice Bejo, Nassim Lyles, Leah Leviant, and it was directed by Xavier Hens, and who co-wrote the script with Yannick Dahan, Maud Hewang, Yael Langman, and Olivier Torres. How'd I do?
That was pretty great.
I have no idea how you did, but sure.
Well, Chase was here 20 minutes ago when I was Googling how to say whatever. And I'm going to do a quick plug for howtopronounce.com where they had little videos. It was very helpful. If I butchered your name there, French person, I'm sorry.
For the record, I will not be saying any names on this because of that. So.
That's smart. That's a good call. But if you were wondering, yes, it took not one, not two, but 5 credited writers to come up with Shark Attacks Paris.
Wow.
So, great minds think alike, I guess. But here's what you need to know about our director, Xavier Gens. His first film, titled Frontier, (S) was called, quote, and a 100-minute hemorrhage that doesn't bring anything to the operating table of torture porn besides more gore, cruelty, and misery, by Variety's film critic. But despite that review, someone in Hollywood was a fan and tapped our man Xavier to helm 2007's Hitman, starring a distractingly bald Timothy Olyphant. Do you guys remember that movie?
No, I don't think so.
He was distractingly bald. Unfortunately, his English language debut, Hitman, doesn't go according to plan. 20th Century Fox reportedly fires him from the project after deeming his initial cut too violent.
Oh.
And it was an R-rated movie, so they were like, this is too much, even though it was an R-rated assassin movie.
Yeah.
So this is the man we're dealing with here. This film's budget, around $20 million, was too high for traditional French studios. Said Xavier, quote, "People in France didn't dare touch it. Cowards." That was me. That wasn't the quote. It's a film that couldn't have been produced and financed in the traditional circuit because folks assumed that shark movies can only be made by Americans and Koreans. And you know what I say to that? USA, USA.
I didn't know that's what we were known for.
Yeah.
I think it's he's making like French people can't like finance a $20 million movie because they'll like go bankrupt if it fails. But we're overflowing in cash. We'll make shitty shark movies once a year and we'll call it Sharknadoes. They won't even put it in movies. We'll put it on sci-fi.
Yeah, really.
Despite being called Under Paris, exactly 0% of the movie was shot in Paris, which is a
What?
lie.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, I
That's
wouldn't lie to you.
crazy.
This part of the show is all facts. The rest of the show, who knows? This part
Where
of the show
was it
is true.
shot?
I'm so glad you asked, Lindsay. The underwater scenes, of which there were many, were filmed mostly in Belgium, where a company called Light Studios has a soundstage that includes a 10-meter deep water tank. So they would use the same water tank and then strip out the surroundings so it could be like inside the catacombs or under a bridge or whatever.
Okay.
But then the exterior shots, where they need to pretend like they're on the Seine, were filmed in Spain for tax purposes. Yay,
of course.
taxes. And then they superimposed the French imagery in the background. Got the bridges and stuff kind of looks like the same cobblestone stuff. But yeah, it's weird because when you're watching it, you're like, this is definitely Paris.
Yeah. That's so, because we were in Paris like, a year and a half ago or something?
Yeah,
And when we were
humble
watching
brag.
the movie, we were definitely like, oh, we've been there.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing for
100%.
us.
That is.
I mean, I don't know.
Ooh.
$20 million can buy you a lot. I
That's
think
so
you
true.
realize you're living in a false reality. So,
Exactly. Okay. The film was released this year on June 5th, 2024, and became a huge hit on Netflix, earning the most views for a French language movie in the history of the platform. The director also said in an interview it was the most viewed French film ever, which is just sounds like horseshit, so I'm not going to like repeat it.
But you just did.
Well, I repeated it in that phrasing where I was like, I don't believe this. But he did say that. And when asked about the possibility of a sequel, he said, quote, "Right now, as of today, we're not working on it, but there's a chance we'll be discussing it soon," which is very good news for everybody.
Oh, great.
If you were to like potentially name this movie's sequel, Under Paris 2 feels like it's not the one. So I feel like we could come with something else.
No, I think they would do like Under London or something. Like, I think they would do another
You're
city.
absolutely right.
Like,
I
they're
wanted to-
spreading.
I would hope it'd be like further Under Paris.
Deeper.
I was-
Ooh, Under Paris. Deeper.
Ooh, I watched that.
I was actually going to say, and this is sort of spoilers, but over Paris. Because,
But then the third one, just like right in the middle of Paris.
right in the middle of Paris, we've gotten the water down a little
Sea
bit.
level.
Sea level.
Okay, so we've gone through the facts. You guys feeling a little bit more like you're in the Under Paris vibe? Your mind's kind
Yeah.
of back in it?
Oh, yeah.
So now it's time for your softball question, which is for Lindsay. Lindsay, you are a licensed boat driver, so my question to you is this. Were there any questions or preparation for the exam that told you what to do in the eventuality of a shark attack on Paris?
I don't think there was anything specific.
Didn't come up?
No.
It's weird because like this feels like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, this feels like this was inevitable.
Did sharks come up at all?
Not in my memory, but it's been like,
Can I just say
18
that
years.
feels incorrect?
I feel like that's a very important
I feel like
skill.
shark should be like question one.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if there's a shark I mean, do you know what you're supposed to do if there's like a shark near your boat?
Just fucking speed away.
Okay, maybe that's like more self-explanatory. Like you don't even need to put that on the quiz.
But if you see like you've seen these videos where like manta rays will like jump into people's boats and stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like nobody knows what to do in that situation.
There's a video
Nobody
recently
seems prepared.
of like a whale just
Yeah.
knocking a boat.
The whales are
entirely
organizing
in
against
air.
boats, and let me say, for the record,
Honestly,
Team
slay.
Whale.
Yeah.
Yeah, whales pretty sick.
Dude, this is my whole thing. A lot of people listening to this probably know I do not like being in the same body of water as fish. It's one of my most irrational fears. But it's their turf. We shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
That's just like they're not here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If there was like an orca in this apartment, we would all freak out. And that's what we're doing when we're scuba diving. That's all I'm saying.
Are you saying that's what you would do if sharks came to Paris?
Oh, well, we will get into what I do
Oh.
if sharks came to Paris, because, spoiler alert, the sharks come to Paris. And I'll tell you where they're not. They're not over Paris.
Not yet.
Not yet. So true. Okay. And on that note, we're going to transition to the game. I'm going to explain the rules. Chase and Lindsay obviously know the rules. This is for the audience. We will have 30 minutes to recap Under Paris as best we can remember. We'll be using a Google Doc, writing down bullet points. At the end of 30 minutes, I will read back the Wikipedia page to see if there's anything that we missed. At the end of the season, the team or player with the best memory wins 2 dozen cookies, courtesy of Mom in the Mail. Pew, 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 pew. Do you guys have a favorite cookie?
Ooh.
I just love a good chocolate
Yeah, I
chip
think
cookie.
I'm probably classic.
Although I do like peanut butter a lot. So put peanut butter in cookie and count me in.
I also
My
just
dad-
like a lot of stuff in my cookies, like a
Oh.
cookie with like nuts and like lots of different chocolate,
Yeah.
and white chocolate. Just make it like really like chunky.
Hell yeah. I disagree. I want some stuff, but like the what's the Levain cookies where they put like so much stuff in there? It's like
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
getting enough cookie. I'm just getting stuff.
Interesting.
It's kind. I have a similar take about ice cream, but we don't have time to get into it.
All right, let's get 30 minutes on the clock here for Lindsay and Chuck. Thank you. Oh, so very much. You've been so helpful all season, you know? And their time will start in deux.
Under Paris. Where do you want to start? What do we remember?
Okay, it starts on a boat
On a boat.
surrounded by trash.
Yes.
Remember this?
That's
Yes.
actually true. Yes.
Absolutely. They're at like the what's it called? The big trash pile in the ocean. It's like called something.
It
doesn't
is
matter. We
called
don't have to-
something. But
Don't have it.
Don't
There's
have
a
it.
lady scientist
Absolutely.
and her crew,
And
Okay.
her
including her husband.
yes, her
Yes.
husband. This
Very
is the main girl who's from The Artist.
Yes.
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 She's the only
Whose name we
person
don't
through the rest of the movie you'll recognize. Everyone else is a completely new French actor that you will see this time and you will never see again.
Yes.
Well, maybe they'll be in the sequel
A lot
if
of
they
them.
survive.
Oh, well, that's a good point. We're
Yeah.
gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
Okay. So they're
gonna
they're
add a
there.
bunch of-
They're tracking sharks. Okay.
Oh, good. Call.
Oh, should these all be separate bullet points?
Well, no, you guys can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm adding different bullet points so we can all work at
Tracking.
the same time and not like be on each other's line.
Okay.
So the tracking sharks. These are like. Are there something special about these sharks?
They put trackers in them.
Yeah.
No, but
Well-
like, isn't this whole? Oh no,
think
that's
they're
later.
eating
That's
the
like
trash.
they come into like
Well, yeah, I
the
don't
sharks
think
are eating the trash.
Aren't they eating? Isn't there's some? No, wait. The
I
sharks.
mean, you might be right. I don't remember why they're tracking the sharks. I just know that
think-
they are.
because
I
they're
think-
eating the.
I don't think that's true.
All right, leave it be. They're tracking the sharks, and they get a notification. Somebody type this.
Okay. Okay. They
They
get it.
get like a ping that one of the sharks that they're tracking, whose name I can't remember, but it had like a girl's name.
Is it like Dorothy?
That sounds. It's something.
No,
yeah.
Dorothy's a thing from Twisters.
It's like an old lady name for the shark.
Yeah.
Doris.
Just say Lady Shark.
Yeah, they're tracking the lady shark. It's near there. So the husband and some of the male crew put on their scuba suits and they're like ready to go.
Yeah.
Find their shark.
Which, can I say, as I said, I'm scared of this. Bad idea. What are they doing down there?
You probably
That's
wouldn't be a
shark
shark
territory.
scientist then.
No. I wouldn't even go to shark scientist school. Which
Okay.
is what it's called, right?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'll just keep going. 'cause I
No,
remember.
you just
Okay.
keep going. Yeah.
Come on, roll.
When you're
You're
yeah,
on a roll.
when,
So
they
when you're
dive
hot,
in.
you're hot.
And so they've got like a camera, and so our lady scientist,
She's watching for the boat.
Yeah.
she's watching with like another lady scientist, and they're watching the screens, and they're like, they see the shark coming towards them, and they're like, wait, that can't be our lady shark because that shark's huge, and
Yeah.
our shark isn't that big.
Yeah.
So like, no way that's our shark.
It's
But
a new shark.
yep, no, but it is their shark. It's just grown a bunch. And they're like,
Right.
wait, there's no way
Yes,
this can
I'm
be our
locked in,
shark
I'm
because
back in.
she's so
Eating
big.
trash.
I mean, okay.
I don't
It's all the
think
trash.
they've been eating trash.
She's eating. Okay.
But there's a reason they're mutating.
But it's
Isn't
yeah,
that the
so
whole
it's like
thing?
so
Yeah.
basically the thing is like it's mutant because it's gotten so big and so fast and they didn't expect it to grow this quickly.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like it's evolved like X-Men style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, so they're like, wait, that can't be the shark.
Shark
And
is
then-
evolved.
I don't remember exactly what happens, but the shark starts like coming towards the husband. and then like something happens and all the cameras go fuzzy and like some shit's going down.
Yeah.
But
the
I
cam-
don't remember what like
They eat-
provoked the shark. Oh wait, they were trying to like track it or something. Didn't
No,
he,
they
like,
were trying to
poke her?
put a tracker on another shark, like a
Okay,
separate
okay.
shark, right?
Okay.
And that shark
Yeah.
like runs away because the big shark's coming.
shark's coming.
And
Oh.
they're like, oh, you someone's gonna write this down. I'm
yeah,
hot.
you're-
I'm on it. And so they're like,
Too-
Too big.
Shark is evolved too big.
yeah, this is the tone we gotta hit. Like,
Okay.
but the shark gets scared away that they're trying to track, and they're like, ooh, there's this another shark that we have a tracker on. They're coming, but wait, it's going too fast. It's too big.
Yeah.
It can't be the one we thought it was, but it is. And then that shark eats all of them.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, first we gotta.
Oh,
say,
there's some more stuff.
Well, yes. Well, first we gotta go. The cameras go fuzzy.
Cameras go fuzzy.
Our girl is like, oh shit, something's going wrong. She's like, husband, respond, and the husband's not responding. So, cameras. Chase, write this. And
Chase.
I'm doing a real
Do a little
bad
typey
job.
okay, you got cameras go fuzzy. So, female scientist lady is like, I gotta go find my husband.
Oh yeah, she
So
goes in.
she jumps
Oh.
in like fully like raw dog in the
Bad
ocean
idea.
with no
Raw dog
Yeah.
in the ocean.
with no like tank or anything. She just like dives in through the trash, and she's like, she's trying to find her husband and all the guys, and then maybe I'm remembering
No,
wrong.
it feels
but
like you're on it.
But doesn't she like see his arm floating with like
Yes.
the wedding ring?
Oh my god, no! So the
Yeah.
arm's like it's descending under the trash. It's got the
Yeah.
wedding ring, and then it cuts like
Yes.
under Paris.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm ending with that.
you gotta say with the wedding ring
with the wedding ring. That's
because we
important.
know it's her husband.
Yeah.
But no,
Her
we're
husband-
forgetting the
okay,
part.
her husband has been chomped.
Oh,
Chomp count.
Chomp count.
Chomp counts at one.
we gotta get the chomp count in here. But we're forgetting that. Well, actually, this doesn't even come up ever again. But she's dragged to the bottom of the ocean, and her eardrums
she is
pop.
dragged to the bottom of the
Oh
Wow,
Yeah.
good memory. Okay.
But my one contribution so far is the
yeah, so
eardrums.
she gets like caught in the trash, and the big old scary shark grabs the trash
Yes.
and like pulls her down. Wow.
Okay, yeah, get that in there. Get that in there. This is
Hot.
good stuff, gang.
Yeah.
Really good
But
stuff.
I think you forgot that because they literally she's supposed to be deaf, and then she's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're
Yeah, 'cause her ears
thinking
pop.
like, oh, her hearing's gonna be bad for the rest of the movie. That's like
Yeah.
gonna be a thing, and it's not.
It's not.
We should. Okay, I think we got the opening scene.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we need
Yeah, we gotta
um,
move on. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So next, cut to
Bam.
aquarium.
Ooh.
She's now working at an aquarium. She
Aquarium.
has a haircut to show the passage
Hero
of time.
is working.
Oh yes, her hair is
Her
shorter.
hair is short now.
In a minute.
She has short hair.
Yes. And is this when like the younger activist lady?
Okay, well first
think she
she's like talking to like a group of kids and telling them about sharks, and then some snotty kid is like, "Didn't all your crew get eaten?" And she and she was like, "Fuck you, kid."
Yeah.
And then the activist girl shows
Kid
up.
goes, "Did your crew die,
Remember that time?
loser?" Yes, and then the activist girl shows up. So our hero's like a little bit of an older kind of
Yeah.
seasoned scientist, and then or activist/scientist, and then a younger activist scientist
Yeah.
comes up, and she's like, "You're doing it all wrong."
Yeah.
Or she's
She's
like,
like-
"Oh no," she's like, "You got to come check
Yeah,
this out."
I think she's
Oh.
like, "Hey, she's like trying to talk to her about sharks," and the lady's kind of like, "Leave me alone. I don't do sharks anymore. You know, my husband was eaten." And the girl's like,
Fair.
I
Seems fair.
know where Doris the shark is." or
Doris
whatever.
the shark. We're gonna go with
Doris the
Doris. We're
shark.
locking Doris the shark.
She's like, "I
girl-
know where Doris is,"
girl
and then the
knows-
shark lady is like, "Oh shit, Doris ate my husband. We gotta go find her."
Yeah, because at first she's like
Yeah,
reluctant
she's like-
to
yeah,
go,
she's,
and
like,
then she
reluctant.
brings up like, "You're a shark here."
Yeah.
is actually in because where the trash pile was like off. It was like in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, it was
like,
Yeah,
nowhere near
way
Paris.
off.
And so we're thinking, there's no way the shark's going to Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that seems a little
Okay,
weird.
so she goes to this eco girl's lair with like
Eco Girl's lair.
Absolutely. Lindsay's
like,
Lindsay's
Eco
rocking it.
all
Girl
the-
lair.
all these activists, and there's like a big screen where they're like looking at sharks on the screen.
Yeah,
Okay,
sharks on
how do
TV.
they have the money to rent this place in Paris?
Do you have
Not
fuck-
important.
Chase? No.
We have other things.
No.
Okay,
If we start with, if
Okay.
we start with these questions, we'll have nowhere to go. We cannot do this.
This is like the second scene. We're so
Oh my God. Like, how are we 8 minutes? Okay.
I think we're doing okay. I'm
Sharks on TV.
I'm gonna
We're
go
almost
ahead
season
and say
3.
we have
we can
plenty
do
of
it.
time.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna stop remembering things when it's just like people being eaten.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so-
sharks on TV. The
Okay.
sharks in Paris.
So then the like girl's girlfriend, the like second activist, the like
Yeah.
B character, she like pulls up the tracker and like they see that the shark is like near Paris. I don't think it's in the canals
Shark
yet, but the
is
shark is like
near Paris.
right near Paris, right? I don't think she's in the.
I think it's like
Is
on
she
the-
in the?
Maybe it's like right outside the river or whatever,
Yeah.
and they go to the ocean and they're like looking for the shark and they don't find it this time. I feel like the shark doesn't show up for a bit. Like they're just
Yeah.
like chasing it for a while.
Well, no, I don't think the
No.
lady goes at first because I think she's like the tracker must come loose. There's no way the shark's in Paris. That doesn't make sense because then the two eco girls
Hero
go by
is
themselves
skeptical.
at night.
Yes.
Remember? Yeah. Okay.
Skeptical. Oh, I'm
Well-
in all caps.
But I think the next scene after this is literally like the main character goes back to her apartment and she like pulls out her old
you're right.
computer and has the tracker and sees that the actual shark is like going into the Seine River.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
she's like, "What?"
She's like, what the
And then she also
that-
starts watching the videos
Is
of her
that
crew dying.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah,
like
she's like,
pulls
"Aw,
out
I
the
miss
box
them.
and like
This
is that
stinks."
before the activists go or yes? Because I think yes. Okay, so I think I think our hero goes home and
Yeah.
reminisces about her dead husband and crew.
Absolutely. Actors go by themselves. Does anyone get chomped here? With the
No.
activists? No chomps.
But there's a car that had gone into the river and that's what they were checking out and they
Oh.
think that because they didn't find a body they
Someone
think that the shark
in
ate
a
the
car got
Oh,
chomped
that's right.
Yes.
off screen.
Yes.
Off-screen chomp.
Which doesn't count. That doesn't count for
yeah.
the chomp count. So now we're basically accruing more and more people who are like realizing this is a problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the activist girl go to her, and then this is when hot police guy comes involved.
Yes.
Hot
so
police guy, yeah.
Cue hot police guy.
Oh, that's my favorite cue.
You laugh.
He kind of arrests the activist girl.
Yeah.
The other girl like runs off.
Because they're like fucking around in the river, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
Oh, because we got to mention there is going to be a triathlon in the river.
Oh,
And
yes.
so security
Yeah.
is very high around the river right now, so it's hard for them to like get in and around things.
When did we learn that though?
I think this is when they're like, you got to get out of the river. They're like cleaning it for like the
Oh.
triathlon.
Okay.
Yeah, because the hot police guy's on a boat. He's
Yeah.
coming through and
Yeah.
catches the activist girl. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
exactly
Yes,
what's
we
on.
get to get that? All right, cool.
So somewhere around here we learn about triathlon.
There's
Learn.
and it's pretty much like kind of poking fun at the Paris Olympics.
Kind of. It's super
Yeah,
blatant.
super
Yeah. Okay.
fun. At the
I'm just on recording and everyone.
Hey, no, wait. It's not our opinion. It's the movie's opinion.
Yeah, true. You're right. It
I
feels
thought the
very
Paris Olympics
pointed.
went off without a hitch, but this movie
Okay,
was not a
ooh,
fan.
Okay.
Okay, keep going. We're getting distracted.
Okay. So we just know there's triathlon somewhere. It doesn't.
Yeah.
matter. So he takes the eco lady. Ooh, the police call our scientist lady to like come
Yeah.
because the eco girl told them to.
Yeah,
'Cause
she's like,
I'm
this girl
tracking a
will
shark.
vouch for us.
Yeah.
We're not crazy. There's a shark in the river, and the policeman's
Yeah.
like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
You're falling nuts.
Yeah.
Well, okay, no,
And
but
then-
that's the A. Wait, are you talking about the main A character?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's walking around at night while this is all happening
Well,
with her
because she's
tracker.
tracking the shark, so she
Yes,
just happens to
okay.
show up
This
where
is-
the police are.
Okay, I see. Yeah. I
Oh,
miss.
because there's also the homeless guy that gets chomped.
Okay, but that's
Short.
what
Chomped?
we're. That's what I was gonna say
Yeah.
next.
Homeless, chomp.
But there's a homeless guy with his dog.
There's a dog. Dog doesn't
Yes,
get chomped.
the dog,
dog
doesn't
does not
get
get
eaten,
chomped.
just the homeless guy. So they like
Homeless
The,
chomp.
oh, the police are nice to the homeless guy, and
get
they're like,
chomped.
"Hey, you gotta kind of move because the triathlon." I think that's how we learn about the
Yeah, because
triathlon.
they're trying to clean the streets for the triathlon,
Yeah.
which is all very Paris Olympic satire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you gotta. move because triathlon.
Yeah, we should get moving now though.
Okay,
Where we
yes.
don't need this much detail in every scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the homeless guy is killed. Our scientist lady is back.
Yeah, and so now she's kind of like now she's on the case
Yeah.
because they're like something's going on in this river.
Yeah, because then they like find the homeless guy's body.
Right.
And she's like, damn, yeah, that's a shark.
That's a shark.
That's
body.
a shark bite.
Shark bite body.
Okay. So then they send a team of police scuba people. What would they be called?
Police scuba people.
Police
Yeah.
scuba people works, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
And then they're like, what do they do?
They're tracking the shark.
It's
and
like in the catacombs
Yeah.
or something.
we're
And
already in the catacombs.
No, it's
it's,
not.
the
It's
well,
catacombs
it's,
later.
it's near a gate, though.
Yeah, it's like kind of behind a gate.
Yeah.
And so they can't fully see the shark, but they can sense that there's a shark down there.
But they know it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. But during this time, Eco Girl convinces her bee character friend to turn off the tracker because she doesn't want the police to kill the shark. Remember?
This is no, you're absolutely right. Chase, you got something to say here? I feel like you got something to say.
I'm just confused. So, Eco Girl, we have B character.
Oh,
Is
you're trying to say-
Eco
Yeah, sorry.
Girl? I'm just sorry. I'm losing track.
Okay, yeah. Do you want me to reset?
I'm gonna reset. Who's who?
We got
Eco Girl is our activist girl, the young girl.
Okay, the young girl.
We got
Yes.
activist girl.
Yes.
Activist girl has like a group of people around her that we don't really need to talk about that much because
Yes.
they're
Yeah.
eventually gonna get chomped. We'll
Yes.
get there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we have our hero scientist girl.
Hero
Yes.
scientist.
Let's
and
call
then we
her
have,
Hero.
we have hot police guy.
Yes.
Hot police guy.
And
Got
those
it.
are
Yeah.
those are really the only characters that
Yeah.
matter. And then the mayor comes in and we get all that
Yeah.
stuff later.
Got it. Okay. No, you're. Okay. I'm there. Sorry.
No. Hey,
I needed a reset.
Hey, don't apologize. This is your time. We should use it more wisely though. So
Yeah, we are on like, I'm sweating. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so
they
they're-
turn off the tracker, and then now they're like, the scientist lady is pissed, and she's like, how the frick are we gonna find this
right.
shark?
And so she goes to confront them at their meeting in the
and
not
confronts
in the
them.
catacombs yet. It's in like the river.
The
it's
river
in like
police station?
No, like the underground river. It's like in the sewers.
Oh.
Right? Because they're
Yeah.
all like standing in
Oh.
that circle.
So the activists go to like summon the shark, basically.
Yeah,
with,
because
like,
they want to
have
help
this, like,
it.
This
This
like
is so
Well,
dumb.
and we're also forgetting that they posted. The Eco Girl posted like a viral TikTok
yeah.
about like they want to kill
Goes
this shark.
viral about
And I
shark.
think part of this.
Oh, I think we got that.
I think-
wrong word, whatever.
Yeah, I think what we missed too was I think actually the police, because they failed to find and kill the shark because they turned off the tracker, they go to like the mayor of Paris and she's like, well, I can't like shut down the triathlon. There's no shark, like blah blah blah. And then
Yeah,
so she's like,
they've warned the mayor at this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Oh, okay, you're right. They warn the mayor. I'm putting it up here. They
Yeah.
warn the
Yeah.
mayor. The mayor is like, no, the triathlon.
They're very worried about this triathlon,
I'm
which
not
like
doing anything.
I've never heard of a triathlon being this big a deal, but it's clearly Olympic standard. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So-
now we go to their little summoning. Of
So
the
the
shark.
Summoning
activists
circle.
have like they're trying to summon. They're using like a
It's
fish
like a
Ouija board.
Yeah, it's like a exactly. like it's like a radar or
Yeah,
like you
they're-
know like
they're
it sends,
trying- sonar or
like,
something?
Yes, it
Yeah,
sends
yeah.
like waves that they think is
and
gonna
so
summon the
they're
shark.
all it's like a big circular enclave in the middle of this like sewage system, and they're
Yeah.
all like standing around the outskirts, and they're like begging the shark to come because they're
Yes.
fucking morons.
Yes.
And then the scientist lady and
And
the police guy learn of this meeting, and they go there to be like, "You guys are being dumb. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do this."
Yeah. And they also mentioned there's only one entrance and exit. To
One
this
entrance and
Yeah.
exit
area.
to this little like, I don't know. Okay.
Circle.
Okay, so they show up to stop them. The eco girl is like in the water.
Yeah, she
And
gets
so
in to
we're
try
like,
and like pet
Yeah.
the shark,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she yes.
Great
and then
idea.
and then she does, and then the sharks show up, and they're being nice at first.
The shark's being nice at first. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because she like it's a
Well,
baby.
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
baby.
that's
It's a
what we
baby
found.
shark.
There's babies.
Dude.
And there's a baby, and the baby is being nice, and
But
she
then-
like pets it.
yeah, and so we're like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe sharks
Yeah.
don't chomp. This is
Maybe-
what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
Maybe she's right? Question mark. She's not.
Boom!
Boom. Chomp.
Chomp!
Chomp. And that's when we get that crazy shot, like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like over
Yeah.
the circle, and the
Oh.
shark comes straight up.
That's
and
cinema.
like you see the girl in the shark's
Yeah.
mouth.
It's so cool.
And I think that the water splashes actually knocks a lot of people off because
Yes.
the stone is very slippery.
Yes, which
You
is
see.
also dumb. Like, why is
Yeah.
there like a
Yeah.
foot long like sidewalk thing
Yeah.
in like the middle of this river? And so then people start falling into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And then chomp count reaches like 30 at that
Well,
point.
we're getting
no,
chomps.
no, because what was your guess? What was your chomp? Because 30 was like close to my final guess, and we didn't get it here.
I think it was
Yeah.
way over
But let's
30.
say there were like 15 here.
Yeah,
I said
There's
like
definitely
50.
15.
And
But-
there were definitely like hundreds.
Activist
Yeah.
girl's girlfriend gets chomped here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the activist
yeah.
girl lives, and now she's like,
Yes.
I fucked up. I killed my girlfriend because I tried to summon a shark. I'm such a moron.
Yeah.
No, she dies. Our main activist gets chomped.
Already?
Oh, the main
Yes.
the eco
Yeah,
girl
they're
gets
both-
chomped.
Yeah,
Chomped.
they're
Damn,
like both dead
everyone's
immediately.
sorry.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, both of our
Eco
B
girls
characters
are
dead.
gonzo.
Yeah, and one of the
Okay.
B character police guys dies too because then
Yeah.
the police are sad.
Hot
But not
police guy.
hot police guy.
It's
No.
his friend.
It's his friend. Yeah, there's a
Friend
couple
dies.
friends of hot police guys that,
Yeah.
that end up getting chomped.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now everyone's like, this at this point, and this is when they also realize it's not one shark.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
There are
Yes.
multiple sharks, which is worse.
Which is crazy.
Lot worse.
So then, so then they come back the next day. And,
Yes.
And
Yeah.
one of the baby sharks had been killed, and so they take it in for testing.
I remember
Yeah,
this. 'Cause
yeah.
There's a whole like
Yes.
shark
So then-
surgery.
Yes,
Yes.
They cut into the baby shark, and there are like a bajillion baby sharks inside
Shark
the baby
is
shark.
Yeah.
deformed.
And then they realize that
Lots
these are
of
all
sharks
women sharks,
inside.
and they are like, what's it
Preg-
called when you?
They're like pregnant without immaculate conception.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I forget what the scientific term is.
I'm gonna say
but it's the idea
pregnant,
that
not
you can
supposed to be.
reproduce without sperm. Like they can just like self-generate.
I'm putting pregnant, not
Self-generate.
supposed to be.
Yes.
I like that term.
All
Pregnant's
girls.
not
It's all
supposed to be.
female sharks.
All girls.
All
so, like,
females.
They weren't having any sex. They weren't having
Yeah.
shark sex.
Yes.
Do
No
No
sharks have
boys
sex?
allowed.
I mean, they must.
I don't know.
Not these
I'm not a
ones.
shark
We'll look it up
expert,
after the
you know,
episode.
Okay.
But
That's probably on the Wikipedia if sharks have sex,
That's
right?
So
Probably.
then they realize there's like
They lay
whoa,
eggs?
these are mutants.
Maybe.
These are not.
Lindsay, do you think sharks lay eggs?
No. No, they don't. They're little
Lindsay's
tiny.
locked in.
They're little tiny. They kick out little tiny baby fish.
Like
They
tadpoles.
kick out
Yes.
little tiny baby fish.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you
Okay.
settled that.
All
okay.
right.
So we're back in. The mutants are there. So now they're like they have a better sense. Go.
I was gonna say, I think that after the murder part of the activists, they go back to the mayor and try to be
Yes.
like, "Hey, yeah, this shit is real."
And they bring like the police captain in, and then this is when you meet like the mayor's weird social media people, and they're like,
Yeah.
and they're all like,
Yeah, the mayor's like, I still don't care.
I think
They're
Emily
like-
in Paris is like ad agencies involved somehow. I don't
Emily
know.
in Paris
like,
does get chomped. I'd like to believe.
I would love a crossover
Oh
episode.
man, we should get under
Ooh,
Paris.
that's what the second one is.
Ooh, Emily in Paris under Paris.
Oh.
Emily under Paris. Emily's under Paris.
I've actually. You ready for this one? I've actually watched a film called Under Emily in Paris, but it wasn't on Netflix.
What? What?
That's not true. That was just a funny. Okay, 10 minutes
back
left. We
to
gotta go back to Under Paris. So,
All right.
Okay,
They tell him Mayor's a character.
the
They're like,
mayor still
triathlon
doesn't
still
care.
on.
So they're like, so I
Sorry,
think,
I just can't get over this last.
okay, wait. Okay, we forgot to mention that at some point they mentioned that there are a bunch of explosives in the river.
We should
Do you
say-
remember this?
No, you're 100% correct. Chase almost spit take there. It was really good.
Yeah, because it was like that was actually very early on. I think that's when we meet Hot Police Guy because there's
Yeah.
two kids fishing in the river
Yes.
and they almost catch a
Yes,
bomb.
yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Like,
And-
figure out
Okay.
where that was.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're in
alright.
charge of doing that. Lindsay and I are
Alright.
going to keep moving sequentially. So
Okay.
they tell the mayor. The mayor's like, fuck you. We're
Okay,
not doing it.
so-
Triathlon's going on.
So the police and our hero come up with like a plan where
Yes.
they're gonna go and they're gonna
Oh.
like get these sharks.
They're going rogue too because the police guy goes like, hey, this is off the books.
Yeah.
We're not doing this for the mayor. We're doing this for our fallen brethren.
Yes, yes.
And it's all like, and at first his boys are like, I don't know, this seems kind of dangerous. But then he's like, come on, do it for the lady or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then they're like, fine, we'll do
They
it.
say, let's go get these sharks.
Let's
So-
go get these sharks. Chomp chomp.
At what point do they realize that the sharks are in the catacombs? Do they have a
Feel like-
tracker again? Or
I
they
think that's
just...
where the sharks go after the river attack. or
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
how did they figure out that they're there? Did they retrack? Oh, did she figure out how to turn the tracker back on?
Maybe.
I think she convinced. I think at some point she convinced B-list
Yeah.
activists to put the tracker
Absolutely.
back on.
Absolutely.
So some point up there, tracker gets turned back on. I think it's
Get that.
before that.
Chase.
Okay,
Chase,
okay,
get
I'm
that
on
in
it.
there.
I-
Chase. get that in there.
This
Okay.
is this document is
Okay, I got it.
impossible to
I
read. This
think
is
I know where it is.
hilarious.
It's so Chase. Yeah.
I love it. I don't
Okay.
even know where.
Okay, I got it. I added it back. I know
This
where
is
it was.
so good. Okay.
Okay.
This is amazing.
So they figure out that the sharks.
We're also making really good time, by the
Okay.
way. We got plenty of time.
Wow, this is awesome.
They
Okay,
figure out
'cause
that
we're gonna-
the sharks are in the catacombs.
Yes.
So they like come up with an elaborate plan. To,
They're gonna try and
get in
like
the catacombs.
trap it. They're gonna like come around it from both sides and
Yeah.
basically go in and around.
and then
Yeah.
set off a bomb. To
Yes,
kill the
they're gonna
sharks.
bomb the sharks. Which
Of course.
scale of 1 to 10, Chase, like that plan.
Oh, and this is like
think-
right when the triathlon is starting, right? Because don't they tell the lady like stop the triathlon and the mayor
Yeah.
and she's like no, and so they're like okay, we're gonna go kill these sharks like before the triathlon starts.
This is
but
this
it's like
is all
right
part
when
of
it's
like
happening.
prevent. They're playing prevent defense. So
Yeah.
they're basically like, hey, don't do the triathlon. The mayor's like, fuck off, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Cool. And this is the point where the mayor's giving like a speech about how
Yeah.
proud she is for like
Yeah.
the triathlon to be in Paris. And she's like, we're welcoming all these people. And there's people all lined around the river. And the triathlon people are like getting undressed. They're putting their swimsuits
Yeah.
on, all blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, okay, we're going to get the shark in the catacombs with a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And-
I think back to your earlier question, out of 10,
Out of 10
because
plan?
they're doing this at the same time the triathlon's happening, probably like a 1 out of 10. I
Yeah.
feel like this was like, I mean, especially a bomb under Paris. I don't know. I feel like that's
I
risky.
think they were thinking
Well,
that
you
they
couldn't
could
put a
like
bomb over
collapse
Paris.
the catacombs or
Just
whatever.
bomb entire Paris.
Also, like, you gotta imagine some historians are like, you're bombing the catacombs. Like, those are important.
yeah. But there's a fucking shark reproducing down there. We don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
They're out of options.
They're out of. I mean, I feel like your options are kind of just like. I think what you gotta do here is trap the shark in a certain part of the water. Like, we can't get
Yeah.
into like what we would do. but-
Honestly, wait, why didn't we just
You had to
trap
kill.
the shark?
Well, because I don't know. I think at this point they know there are babies, but we don't know there's like a billion yet.
we don't know how
but-
many sharks. There's
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
sharks.
But they're going. So anyway, so they were going. They have to get around the triathlon cops, and then a couple because remember they like have to trick their way
Uh-huh.
past the triat, and then a
Yeah.
couple of the people go into the catacombs, and a couple of the people stay on the boat. And
Absolutely.
meanwhile, the triathlon is starting.
Triathlon's starting, and that's when the bomb goes off. Right, like it's like the starting bell of like the triathlon. The bomb goes off.
Yes.
And they're like, I don't think it doesn't work. Do we know right away?
Well,
Does it
at
work?
one point they go under, and well, first we have to say they go into the catacombs. And remember that shot where they look up and there's like
Oh, yeah,
thousands
that
of
happens right
sharks.
before.
Oh,
And they
do I
realize-
see it
yeah.
in my dreams every
Yeah.
night?
So first they realize like, holy fuck, this isn't just like a couple of sharks. This is like thousands of sharks.
Well, because you're as soon as when they did the surgery, you saw those sharks in the other shark. You're like,
Yeah.
if they're reproducing at this rate, we
That's
got
a lot
some.
of
Because
sharks.
it all started with one weird shark in the trash, who's because they're eating the trash, Chase.
They're eating the trash. It's toxic trash.
Toxic trash.
They don't like trash in the ocean.
No, it is a weirdly environmentalist movie that also
Yes.
takes a lot of time to like lecture young activists.
yes.
Yeah.
But we don't have time
And
to
it
talk
was really
Is
against the
activism
Paris
good or
Olympics.
bad?
I don't
What's
know.
the message?
about it. It's just kind of scolding.
Okay. Okay, so they're like, oh my god, so many sharks. So then they're like, we have to set off this bomb.
Set off the bomb.
And some people like kind of like sacrifice themselves. A bunch of the cops die.
Oh, yeah,
One guy,
cops
like,
are dying.
Oh, yeah.
sacrificed himself.
Probably getting chomped.
And this is before the bomb
we should
actually
probably put
goes
a chomp
off.
in here.
Yeah, in order to set off the
Chomp.
bomb.
Yeah. Just throw chomps in
We should
pretty much
just throw
all
some
these.
chomps.
Yeah. So then the bomb
points
goes
here.
off, and then the only people that make it out are our hero and hot cop.
Yep.
And then
And they're on the same boat heading towards the triathlon, right?
Well, I think the other crew, there's like another police crew that's like on the boat, like
Yeah.
with the radio.
So they're swimming out
Because
to
like
go.
yeah, they have to swim out, but I think the bomb goes off and like the water does some crazy rush where they
Well-
like spit out. Water
I
does a
forget
thing.
I forget what it is that sets off all the bombs in the river. But I don't think at this point it's not all the bombs in the river.
Maybe it wasn't. No, maybe the bomb doesn't go up at the starting bell. Maybe because the bomb actually set. No, it's the sharks that set off the bombs in the river.
Yes, I think so.
The
So at
sharks
this
set
point,
off the bombs?
at this
So
point,
they're like mines.
bomb goes off.
All right.
They're not sure
I
if
don't
it works. They're not sure if it works.
Yeah.
So then the hero and hot cop make it out, and they're
like
like,
alive.
yeah, and then
They get back on the boat.
Do they get back on the boat?
Yes,
They don't.
No, because I think the boat gets like flipped by the shark. Those cops die. And
Absolutely, because
then
it's the same thing where they place the camera right above the
Yeah.
boat and the shark is like, "Boo!"
Yes.
and it comes. Oh man, this movie's really cool.
And then the hero and hot cop like climb on top of the capsized boat
Uh huh.
to like survive for a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
and all the bajillions of sharks come out. And then meanwhile, the triathlon has started,
Oh,
and there's
they're
like
swimming.
a bunch of people in the river swimming.
Like,
And they're like cutting back and forth between like the sharks and the people swimming, and you're like, oh no, they're about to get
no,
so chomped.
they're chopped liver, and it's really just kind of sitting there like, you know, everyone in the triathlon's gonna get chomped, and the mayor's watching along, and she's like, this is going great for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
loving this.
And then
No sharks in sight.
and then the shot of all the people swimming, and then you just watch them slowly start
Yeah,
to get
slowly
picked
one-
off.
like,
And
one
then
chomp,
people- yeah.
two chomp,
and
three
then
chomp.
people start to realize what's happening, and then people like on the land start to realize what's happening. They're like, sharks, and the swimmers are like, bah! And they're like trying to get pulled up over the side, and people are trying to like pull them up.
Yeah, yeah.
remember? And
Yeah.
people are just getting absolutely
And then the shark is
They're
actually
getting absolutely chomped exactly.
they're chomping
right,
the
Lindsay.
people in they're like being pulled in, and then they're pulling people out of
Yeah.
like the fucking like that are actually helping them back into the water. And
Yeah.
the mayor has like this shocked look on her face.
The
Like,
mayor's
I
not
can't
helping
believe
at
there's
all.
a shark.
Oh, I remember what happened.
Yeah.
I remember what happened.
Get in.
Okay,
All right.
so
Get in.
then I think what happens is the cops, the triathlon cops, are trying to shoot the sharks.
Yep.
No,
And then
it's
they
the military.
Yes, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
trying to shoot the sharks,
Mm-hmm.
and people are like, "No, there's bombs in the river. There's bombs. Don't do that."
Oh my god, yes!
And then they set off the bombs in the river.
And doesn't the mayor get killed by the bombs? Is that
Yes.
Yeah.
Or she's like, she's on like a dock, and
Because
she's like,
they've set up this
Yeah.
like bridge
Yeah.
in the middle of the river, and the mayor's right in the middle of it, and they're like shooting at the sharks. The mayor hasn't moved. 'Cause
Yes.
Again, she sucks. And then
Yeah.
yes,
mayor Gonzo blown
Yeah,
because he
mayor.
thought she was gonna get chomped,
Yeah.
but she actually got blown up.
yeah.
I think that whole dock was just
Yeah.
obliterated.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
meanwhile, our hot cop and the hero, I forget what happens to them, but they're like they're somehow staying alive in all the chaos.
I think they just like escaped to the top of somewhere. They like just
Yeah.
escape.
Yeah, I don't
But anyway, so everything's exploding. And then
minute
water's-
10 left.
Yeah, water is rushing in.
Yeah.
And then people are getting chomped, and
Chomp,
we
chomp,
don't
chomp.
know what's happening. Mayor dies, and then it kind of like cuts to black.
Yeah.
And you're like, what happens? And then we see our hero and hot cop are like on top of like a gazebo somewhere in Paris, and they like zoom out to reveal that like,
Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong place.
yeah, you're too far up. And then they zoom out to reveal that like all of Paris is underwater, and there's just sharks everywhere.
Can I tell you? That's the real like pièce de résistance on this movie. Is it like the whole time you're like, how are they gonna get a happy ending? And they're like, nah,
You don't.
screw you. Paris is underwater now. Actually.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like everybody's dead except for our hero and hot cop are like the only people alive in Paris on top of this gazebo, just surrounded by sharks, and there's nothing they can do.
The sharks run Paris now. All right, 15
Okay.
seconds. Did you miss anything?
Okay, so it's feminist sharks run Paris.
yeah.
sharks from Paris.
After 9 seconds, you can't edit the doc anymore.
I think we did a fantastic job. Okay, I don't know.
Okay, I think we did it.
I think you did it.
I feel pretty confident.
Whew.
Wow.
That was intense, guys.
That was
Yeah.
intense.
How do you? I think you guys did great, but how do you guys think you did?
I feel pretty confident about
You feeling
this.
confident?
I
Chase,
feel
how are
pretty
you feeling?
confident.
I think in the middle we got a little hazy, but then
Well,
we got it
I
back.
think we wanted to jump immediately to the chomping, but
Yeah.
there were some other things we needed to build, like the bombs was a big thing.
Yeah.
Which
You have to build up. Basically, you have to build up the mayor. You have to build up the bomb. You have to build
Yeah,
up the
the
police guy.
triathlon.
Yeah.
And then you think the eco girl's gonna be in it for longer.
No, yeah, she dies pretty early.
No,
Yeah.
that was a good like plot twist. You know, it's like all
Okay.
the activists just kill them. I don't know. I don't want
Who
them.
needs them?
Who needs them? Maybe that's a statement on activists. I don't know.
It totally is. Because here's the thing: the Wikipedia page for this movie is kind of sparse in terms of like background details. Just reading a lot of like interviews by its director, and you're not gonna believe this. This guy's got opinions.
Is he pro shark? Anti?
Oh.
He is pro ocean. Like he is very like ocean environmentalist. Like he goes to islands and like cleans the ocean and like
Yeah.
saves seals or whatever. But he's also like anti performative activism. And it's a very weird line he's trying to straddle in this like variety interview where the person's like, how'd you film those shark scenes? And he's like, let me tell you what's wrong with activists. But yeah, so now that we've talked about what happened in Under Paris,
Yes.
what'd you think of the film?
Well, Lindsay, go first.
I loved it.
I did too. We had
had a
the best
blast.
time.
We had a
I
great
feel like when
time.
we sat down to watch it, we were like, all I knew of this film is that my parents told me to watch it, which is like,
Oh, shout out to Clemens for the
yeah,
rec.
you never know with them if I'm going to like it or hate it. But we sat down. I remember when we sat down, we were like, "Is this movie in French?" Like we weren't
We
even
had
sure.
no idea,
We
and
had
it,
no
and it is.
idea.
It's in
No.
French.
But I had a blast. It was a way better bad movie in
Yeah.
quotes than like I was expecting. I was expecting like really goofy, and like
Absolutely.
to be fair, it is really goofy, but
It's pretty goofy.
it was very
Yeah.
enjoyable throughout.
I felt similarly because also like I don't know how much like Sharknado or stuff you guys are perusing in your life. I've seen a few bad of those ones. This is a level above in that like the actors are actually like going for it. They're really trying, and it's like filmed well, but it's still got that like really juicy B movie. Like we're gonna watch a bunch of shark attacks. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But like it has more to say than just sharks, which I think is cool. So I actually really enjoy this much more than I thought I was. So
Nice.
Yeah.
thumbs up from me. Chase, what'd you
I'm
think?
in the same boat. I mean, yeah, again, I thought picking this would be fun because I thought it was going to be like horribly bad, and that would be like horribly bad funny. But this was like actually pretty solid, but still funny because it like leaned into those moments that were just like ridiculous. Like the shot of like the girl getting eaten in the, catacombs, and then the boat being like flipped, and then the bombs. When the bombs
the
started going
bombs.
off,
Yeah.
I think I lost my shit because of like one off comment when you meet the hot cop. Like
Yeah.
at the beginning of the movie, it's like, oh yeah, don't fish because there's bombs. It's
Right.
like,
And you're like,
you don't even think about it, but you're like,
I thought about it because
I
like,
was
why
gonna
are
say,
there
isn't
boms in the
what's
river?
That term? It's like Chekhov's gun or whatever.
Yeah,
where
it's like once
if
you establish a
introduce
gun.
it, it has to go off.
well, you movie folk, you're like, I'm just over here, an average viewer, like that is kind of weird. Why? Or I was like, the bombs, that's in the Seine.
Whatever, you're like,
Eh,
that cop's
bombs in
really
World
hot,
War II,
Okay, so are you ready to hear the actual plot of Under Paris?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I have news for you. This Wikipedia page is detailed in only the plot part. Okay,
Ooh.
here we
Wow.
go.
Okay.
Making it bigger so I can read it. All right. Near the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, so that's the name of the trash heap, marine researcher Sophia
Oh damn.
and her team search for Lilith.
Oh man.
Lilith. Oh yeah.
Taurus.
I think we commented and it was like, yeah, that's like a name of a demon.
A tagged short-fin mako shark. Do you know what that is? A mako
No.
shark?
I've heard of the mako shark. But.
Her husband Chris leads a dive team of Sam, Juan, and Tom.
No way do we know their names.
Do we lose points if we don't get the names?
Absolutely.
Oh shit! So we were really fucked. We didn't get a single name.
You guys chose a French movie. I don't know what to tell you.
That's true. That's on us. That's on us.
Leaving Sophia and Jade, I don't know who Jade is, on board. So you're just not going to get that entire sentence. The team first observed the unusual sight of Makos hunting in a pack before they locate Lilith, who has grown much larger since she was last sighted. So you got that part. With the shark appearing non-aggressive, Chris attempts to take a blood sample. So not
That's
a tag,
what
a
it was.
blood
Yeah.
sample.
I knew he like poked it.
Yeah.
But the shark suddenly snaps and kills him. Sam, Juan, and Tom, they're all dead. Leaving the safety of the boat, Sophia goes after Lilith, but becomes entangled in a net, dragged far beneath the surface as the shark escapes into the depths. She manages to free herself, but not before suffering injuries due to severe change in pressure. This is the ear stuff that we were talking about. So don't mention the ears, so you got a detail they didn't get. So there you go.
Hey.
3 years later, Sophia works at an aquarium in Paris. Mika and Ben, environmentalists, inform Sophia that Lilith's tracking beacon is still active and that she has traveled from the Pacific and up the River Seine and is seemingly trapped in the city. Okay, so the shark is in
shark,
Paris.
yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
not in Paris. It's under Paris.
Ayo.
That joke won't get old. It'll never get old. I find it funny still. After a man is found dead with wounds from the shark bite, I think that's the homeless guy. Police diver Adil, so that's hot police guy, recruits Sophia to help find and kill the shark. But Mika and Ben turn off the beacon before they can do so in the hope that they can rescue her later. So they're trying to rescue the shark instead of killing it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it's kind of a, yeah.
Activism.
Activism. You know? What are you gonna just give up,
Well,
Don't change the world.
Give up or get chomped.
Exactly
You
right.
know.
Chase.
That's what I say.
Sophia and Adel petition the mayor of Paris to postpone the upcoming triathlon. The mayor refuses, emphasizing the event's importance for focusing global attention on Paris for the run-up to the Olympic Games, which billions of euros have already been poured into. Mika reveals Lilith's existence to the public. This is the Instagram thing that Lindsay was talking about.
Yes.
And leads a group of supporters into the city's catacombs. Okay, so the catacombs are where they're having their meetup.
So it was kind of
Yeah. where the city's wastewater reservoir is. Oh, I'll give us points for that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ben tells Sophia of Mika's plans. She and Adele head down to the catacombs to find them and try to convince them to reactivate Lilith's beacon. Oh, no, they do reactivate Lilith's beacon.
Cool. We got that.
Mika activates a pulse to lure Lilith to where her group has convened and swims out into the middle of the reservoir. Adele's team arrives just as Lilith appears with a juvenile shark, her offspring. Mika refuses to hear warnings to get out of the water, and after she pets the juvenile shark, Lilith attacks and kills her, causing a mass panic that leads to many injuries and 12 deaths. So that's 12 chomps, including a couple more chomps for injuries. Do we think a chomp counts if they don't die?
I mean, if you got chomps,
If you lost a limb.
I think that's
I think that's fair.
That's a chomp.
Any
That
sort
ma-
of like, yeah.
Also, if they died because of injuries, it's likely because they got chomped.
Ben, the other activist, dies. Leopold, a police officer, and Adele's team also dies.
Yeah.
Who we hadn't met yet, but the Wikipedia is like, we're going to bring him up here.
Yeah.
In the aftermath, Sophia and Adele find the juvenile shark's dead body. And after examining it, they discovered that it is a female and it has mutated to adapt to fresh water. Oh, we forgot the saltwater versus freshwater
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And became pregnant through,
What's the word?
parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis.
Yeah. Sure.
Something like that.
Does that pronounced names thing do that?
Hold on. Here. You know what, Chase? We're going to try it. I'm dead serious. Pronounce.
Yeah,
Ready for it?
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Oh, wait.
Parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis.
Okay. Like Lilith, so they both have parthenogenesis. Sophia concludes that if Lilith is not caught, she may give birth to more mutated offspring. The mayor, deflecting blame from herself, orders them to kill the shark, and she still refuses to cancel the triathlon being held in the river the following day. She does a TV interview downplaying the danger of the shark's presence. She's like, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's just like one little shark. Don't worry about it. You guys are all freaking out. It's just one little shark. Anyway, so Sophia and Adele, a name I will never get right once, devise a plan to lure Lilith out of the catacombs and blow her up with the help of explosives experts. I'm not going to say their names. I can't pronounce it. As the mayor declares the triathlon open and the swimmers take to the water, Adele's team begin to execute the plan. Underwater, Sophia and Adele encounter a large school of juvenile sharks as they set their traps. So this is the shot where they're
Yeah.
like looking up
Yeah.
in the catacombs. The sharks kill a bunch of the team that I just didn't name. I knew I didn't have to say their names. Seemingly destroying the school of young sharks while they plant the bomb. Only the gigantic Lilith is the only survivor at this point that we know of.
Gotcha.
She capsizes the police boat,
Yes.
killing these two police officers, and she heads towards the triathlon. The mayor and spectators look on in horror as several swimmers are attacked and killed, aka chomped.
Chomp.
The military opened fire on Lilith despite warning from Adele that there are live shells in the riverbed. The disturbance in the water from their gunfire and Lilith's movements caused exploded bombs everywhere, throwing the mayor and a bunch of other spectators into the water. The resulting chain reaction of explosions destroys several buildings and creates a tsunami that entirely floods the center of Paris. Sophia and Hot Cop are left stranded on the roof of a building in the middle of the flood, surrounded by Lilith and juvenile sharks that have survived the explosion. So the sharks, they don't really give a shit about the bombs. It's mostly hurting humans.
Yeah.
As the end credits roll, Lilith and her offspring are shown to have proliferated across major cities of the world.
I didn't know we had to
Paris,
talk about the credits. Come
London,
on.
New York, Bangkok, Venice,
Oh.
Tokyo, all underwater, all with sharks.
Sharks.
Let's fucking go.
How are we gonna get a sequel if all of humanity has been
Is underwater.
fucking
So I guess the sequel
destroyed
is
by
like
sharks?
Under the World.
Yeah.
It's
under-
Atlantis?
Did you ever watch the Atlantis like animated movie?
Oh, yeah, great
Yes.
film.
Oh,
I haven't seen that since I was like a
classic.
child, but
Oh man,
I feel
okay.
like that was a tearjerker of a movie. I feel like.
I think you guys got a good chunk of
Yeah,
this.
I feel pretty good about
Yeah,
that.
I think minus the names and the credits, I feel like we did a good
We
job.
did pretty good. We hit the main ones.
Absolutely. Okay. Anything else you want to say about Under Paris or just about life in general before we wrap this up?
Under Paris, really, yeah. I mean,
I feel like we need to watch it again.
I feel like I do now.
Dude, here's the thing. People are going to try and tell you this movie's bad. Do not listen to them. They are wrong. This movie is an absolute blast. Like, have a couple
Yeah.
beers, hang out with some pals, and also a fun game which we played was try to guess before how many chomps there are going to be
Yes.
and keep count and see who wins. I guessed the lowest, I think. I
Yeah.
said like 30 something and I was way wrong.
I
Do you
said,
remember what
like,
you guessed?
Yeah.
I said like 100 something, and like
did.
we hit that pretty quick.
Oh, 'cause
I think
at
I
least
was
like
between
100
you two.
triathlonists
Oh,
die.
Yeah,
I
I
think
said
it
like
was-
all of Paris.
Yeah. Well, and I think a
guess
lot
if
of
you're
this
counting
that's
the people who died in like the floods.
floods and explosions,
Yeah,
and
a lot
I don't know, other
of
injuries,
casualties.
maybe, But real chomps, real chomps.
Real chomps.
I mean, that had to be a lot.
Yeah,
I
it
forget.
was a lot. It was
This
a lot.
movie-
That's why we need to rewatch it to get the actual chomp count.
We should. It's also like this movie knows what you want, chomps, and it gives you the chomps. But it's also like
good.
the plans are so delightfully stupid.
Yeah.
Like everything that's going on is just such a delight. It's so dumb. I can't recommend it enough. This was an excellent pick by Chuck and Lindsay here.
Yeah.
Yay, so fun.
Okay.
Good work.
Well,
Sweet.
we're gonna end this
Um,
episode the way we end every episode. Anything you want to plug?
We're getting married. Don't try to come to our wedding because we have too many fucking people.
Well, this
so,
this is coming out after the wedding.
Well, good. Well, we had our wedding and it was
you wanna-
too many fucking people.
Do you want to plug anything from the registry that like you're really hoping someone buys you?
Yes, I would like a 65-inch 4K OLED TV or whatever LED is the best LED TV. I've started GoFundMe. It's GoFundMe.com/buy Chase a TV, please. But don't tell Lindsay. That's the full URL.
God, it's so long.
Well,
You got that.
it was definitely
It
available.
wasn't taken.
It was available, surprisingly.
Okay, Chase is funding his GoFundMe. I will say, as someone who goes over to the house to watch TV a lot, seems like a worthy cause.
Yeah, worth it for you.
Lindsay, what are you plugging?
I don't know. I don't have anything.
You don't have anything.
don't.
You're the one person on the show
Yeah.
who's worked on actual shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say find me on IMDb. Watch everything I work on.
What's the thing you're currently working on? Can you say? Or are you under
No,
NDA?
I can't say. It hasn't been announced yet. But maybe on season 2 I'll circle back.
Okay.
Well, what's
what's
the
the
last
last
thing
thing
you
you worked on?
Promo it. Kennedy is now streaming on Hulu.
Okay.
that.
So like
Wow.
for the
Five,
record,
6.
one time only, who killed JFK?
Oh, no comment. It wasn't
No comment.
Oh my god, this fucking coward.
Holy shit. I didn't realize the government got to her.
No.
Anything else?
No, good. Thank
That's
you for
it.
having
Yeah,
us,
thank you
Jeff.
for having
guys,
us, Jeff.
this
This
was
has
a
been
blast.
fantastic.
Well, great.
Bonjour, I am back from the beginning, remember me? I welcomed you to the podcast, and now I'm here to say, Auf Wiedersehen. It's funny because that's not French. But thanks to Chuck and Lindsay for coming on and crushing the final movie covered on season 1 of Total Recall, because on Monday, we will crown a champion. Woo! Did you just get goosebumps? I just got goosebumps. That's so exciting. So come back on Monday. We'll rank my friends 16-1. Based on how they did on the show. Oh, you coward. You should rank them for real. No? Right, guys? In France, we will rank them for real. But you Americans, man. Oh, you Americans. You piss me off sometimes. This accent's all over the place, guys. I'll see you Monday.